Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel The Teacher, and in this tutorial I will teach you how to use action settings to create these kind of product catalogs that can be interactive. So let me show you the slideshow once again. Here you can see that we have a product catalog and we want to add these products to the favorites. So let's say I want to add this item to the favorite. So if I click on this heart, then it will get converted to a red heart, indicating that the item has been added to the favorite. And clicking the same way on the hearts will add more items to the catalog. The most interesting thing about this presentation is that there are total 4 items on the slide, and you can add or remove any item at any time. I mean to say that you can create any kind of combinations in this presentation. Let me show you once again. So we will begin from the first slide again, where all the hearts are disabled. So if I want to enable this heart, so I can click it here. So the combination means that now I want to add this item as well. So I have also added this item to the favorites. Same way I can add the third and fourth item. So clicking the heart will remove the item from the favorites. So the combinations mean you can add or remove any item at any given point. So that way you can create as many combinations you want. Like you can add all the 4 items, or you can leave third or fourth item, or you can only add first item or first or fourth item. Or you can also move your mouse here, and if you click here, then the color of this box will get changed. So that is what we are going to learn today, that how we have created these combinations here for interlinking the slides during the slideshow. So here in this presentation, if I expand this thumbnail view, then you can see that we have total 21 slides here. To create all kinds of possible combinations for adding items to the favorites, I have to create 20 slides here, and adding this first slide will make 21 total slides. I have designed this presentation using the rounded corner rectangle shape, heart shape, and the oval shapes. So these are the oval shapes in the background, and if you want to make these kinds of pattern quickly, then you can go to Insert tab, click Shapes drop down menu and choose Oval Shape, and just click in the slide to draw a default oval of 2.4 centimeters. Now hold down the Ctrl Alt and Shift keys and start reducing the size. That way it will simultaneously reduce the size from all the sides. So let's say I want this size and I want to change the fill color, let's say this one, and I want to remove the outline. So I will click Shape Outline, no outline. And now let's say if I want to make many duplicates of this oval, so the quickest way is to hold down the Ctrl and Shift keys and then drag and drop this oval up to the point where you want it. So now we have second copy. To create a third copy, we don't need to drag and drop it again. Now you can either press the F4 key to repeat the last command, or you can also press the Ctrl Y key to repeat the last command, and you can also press this redo button, and you can see the shortcut of this redo or duplicate command is Ctrl Y. So you can, after making one duplicate, you can start pressing Ctrl Y or F4 key to make further copies. So now I will select all of these ovals and will drag and drop them below while holding the Ctrl and Shift keys. Now I can press Ctrl Y to make more duplicates. And then I can select all of them, go to Shape Format, click Group drop down button and then choose Group. And then you can make another copy by holding Ctrl and Shift keys and then just drag and drop it. You can also change the color of all these ovals at once by going to the Shape Fill and then choose any other color. So that way I have drawn these dot patterns here. Now we will talk about this. So for that I have drawn the rounded corner rectangle shape, and you can draw this like this, and you can adjust the design by holding and moving this yellow pointer. Change the fill color to white. Change the outline color to gray. Now you can either draw a new rectangle for this, or you can also make a copy of this from the home tab by clicking copy and paste command. Then just reduce the size as you want and adjust the shape from the yellow handler. Now I want to align this rectangle in the middle of this bigger rectangle. So I will first select this rectangle and then hold down the shift key and then select the larger rectangle. From the shape format, click align drop down button and choose align center. So to create these image holders, you can either copy and paste this rectangle here, or you can draw another one. So I will place it right here, and these red guides will help you to know the exact position where you want your objects. So I will reduce the size like this and will change the shape from here. Now I want to fill a picture in this rectangle. So what I can do, I can go to shape format, click shape fill and then choose picture, and then choose from a file. If you have saved the pictures that you want to place inside this rectangle in your computer, then you can choose from a file. Otherwise, if you have Office 365 subscription, then you can also choose stock images, or you can also go online to search for the images that you want to place inside, or you can also insert the icons. So I will choose from a file, and now I will browse for this file. Let's say I want to place this one. So you can see that we have filled the picture inside the rounded corner rectangle. Now to write the text, either you can go to insert shape, click the shapes drop down button and choose text box, or you can also click this one, text box, and then just draw a text box right here. Do remember that this text box doesn't have an outline. So you can also reduce the font size before typing. So let's say I choose 10, and now I will type the text. And you can easily adjust the text by moving the text box. So let's say I want to place it right here. Now I will make a duplicate of this text box by copy and paste, and will drag and drop it right here. And now I will delete this text and will replace it with the amount. Now I will press the tab key to add a space, add to cart, and here I will place a heart shape. Draw the default size heart here by just clicking inside the slide, and then reduce the size by holding Ctrl Alt and Shift keys. And now I will place it right here. Now I will zoom a little bit and will adjust the size and will reduce it a little bit and will place it right here, and will change the fill color to gray and will remove the outline. Now what I can do, you can select all these objects by dragging and dropping your mouse over it, and you should start from the outside of the slide like this. All the objects within the range of this selection rectangle will get selected. Now I can choose copy and paste command, or either I can drag and drop them by holding the Ctrl Shift keys, and I will drag and drop them from this border here. When you see this mouse pointer with the plus sign, then just hold down both of the keys, Ctrl and Shift, and then just drag and drop them. So let's say I want to place them right here. Now I can change the fill picture here by going to shape format, shape fill, picture from a file, and then I can choose another picture. So that way it will make easier for you to quickly create this product catalog. So the most important thing that we used in this presentation is the action settings. So now I will delete this. So now I will show you that how I have interlinked all these slides together. So you may choose any kind of combination of adding these items to the favorite during the slideshow. Like you can select all of the 4 items, or you can select the first and fourth item, or you can also select the second and the third item. So these kind of combinations, how I have interlinked them, let me show you this. So here in the left side pane, you can see that we have total 21 slides, and you can zoom in and zoom out of these slides by clicking in the empty area of this thumbnail view, and then hold down the control key and then use the middle mouse button to zoom in or zoom out. So you can see here. So you can also see that I have created section. So these sections are just for the identifications of the slide. Like you can see that I have named them Hot 1 enabled, Hot 1 disabled. So if I click on this slide, you can see that in this second slide, we have just changed the fill color of the first heart. So it may look like that we have added the first item to the favorites. So after creating the first slide, you can make a duplicate by right clicking on it and then choose duplicate. And to create a section, you can again right click on this second slide and then click add section. And here you can name your section like enabling heart 1. So here on this duplicated slide, I will select this heart here, will click on shape format and will change the color to red. Now I will create another duplicate by right clicking on it and will choose duplicate slide and will also add a section here and will name it disabling heart 1. So let's say now we have 3 slides, that is the main slide, and then we have heart 1 enabled and disabled. So here on the third slide, I will again change this heart color back to the gray. And let me delete rest of these slides. Then we have heart 1 enabled and disabled, and I will now delete rest of the slides so I can show you the interlinking of slides from the beginning. So here we have our first slide. Now I will select the first heart, and upon clicking on this heart, what I want to move to the second slide. And if on the second slide, if someone click again on this heart, then I want to disable the heart by moving the slideshow to the third slide. So I will select this first heart and will go to the insert tab and will click actions, and here I will hyperlink these slides. Like upon clicking, I want to move to a particular slide, and that will be slide 2. So now if I see the slideshow and then click on this first heart, then it will move to the second slide. On the second slide, you also need to define all the hyperlinks again. So you must be careful about that you on each of the slide, you need to define hyperlinks on all the 4 hearts. So here on the second slide, I want if someone click on this heart again, then it should move to the third slide, not the first slide. Even though the first slide also looks similar to it, but we have created another section here, so we may not mix things up. I have to interlink 20 slides with each other. So making different section will help you to identify the slides. So that is why I have created a third slide where I have disabled the heart 1. So on this third slide, if someone again click on this heart, then it should move back to the second slide. So the item will be added to the favorites. So let me select this one and again move to the insert actions, and here hyperlink this back to the slide number 2. Hit the OK key. Now I move back to the main slide and see the slideshow. And now if I click on this first heart, then it will move to the second slide. And on the second slide, if I click on this heart again, then it will move to the third slide. And on the third slide, if I click again, then it will move back to the second slide. So that way I have created total 20 duplicates of the same slides where I have just changed the heart's color. So I will now close this file by clicking on the file menu and then choose close, and I will not save any changes that I have done after starting this tutorial. So the file will remain intact as it was before. So let me change the view to the normal. So you can see that we have here 21 total slides, where all the slides are duplicate of the main slide. The only difference is that we have changed the heart color. Like on the second slide, the heart one is enabled, then disable on the third, then on the fourth slide, the second heart is enabled, and on the fifth slide, the second heart is disabled. So that way I have created different kinds of combinations. As you can see on the sixth slide, heart 1 and 2 is enabled. So what I did, let me show you. I just then apply action setting on all the hearts on all the slides. And let me show you from the beginning, like on the main slide, if I click on the action button after selecting the first heart here, then you can see that it is moving to the slide number 2. And upon the slideshow, if someone choose, let's say, the second item, he want to add the second or fourth item to the favorites, then let's say if I click, you can see that it has added directly the fourth item to the favorites, because the fourth item is linked to the slide number 13, where we have changed the color of this heart to red. So heart 4 is enabled, this section name is, and then if someone again click on this heart, then it will get disabled. Actually it will get moved to the 14th number slide. So let me show you the slideshow again. And now if I add this item to the favorites, then it moved to the 13 number slide, and if I again click on this, then it moved to the 14th number slide. So that way I have interlinked all the slides. Let's say I choose this one, 8 number slide, and here you can see that the third heart is red, and if I select this one and click on action, and if now someone will click on the red heart, the third number red heart, then it will move to the slide 9, where the third heart is disabled, where we have just changed the color back to the gray. So that is why I have to create so many of these different combinations. So when you see the slideshow, you can choose any item to add or remove from the favorites. And here I have also applied an animation to this box here. Go to the product catalog, and if someone click on this, then it will change the color. And for that I have applied this animation on the first slide by selecting this rectangle, then go to the animations tab, then click add animation, and then choose fill color. I have already applied it, so I will open the animation pan to show you the animation effect, and you can see the fill color has been applied, and that is set on click, and the duration is half a second. And if you double click on this effect and go to the timing section, here you can see that it is set on click, but below you can see that we have triggered this animation on click on shape number corner 165. So if someone see the slideshow and then click on this corner 165 shape, then the animation will run. So when you have so many slides in a single presentation and you have to interlink them, then the slide presenter can really help you. Let me show you this. If you go to the slideshow tab, then here you can see that I have this option here, monitor, primary monitor, and use presenter view. And maybe this section might not be available in your PowerPoint, and that is not because of the version but because of the monitors, because that section concerned to the monitors, and I have 2 monitors installed on a single CPU. And here you can see that we have also enabled this presenter view. But the problem is when I will run this slideshow, then you are not going to see the presenter view because it will be running on the second monitor. So let me show you. And here on the second monitor, I can see that I have an option here where I can choose swap presenter view and slideshow. So when I will click on this option, you will start seeing the printer view, and you can also see that it has started recording the time, because it is basically used to record the timing. And here you can swap between the printer view and slideshow view. If you have 2 monitors, then you can simply swap between them by choosing this option. So here at bottom you can see that we are on number 1 slide out of 21 total slides. So let's say if I mark the third herd, then you can see that this third herd was hyperlinked with the 8 number slide. So now I also add the second item to the favorites. Now it moved to the 12th number slide. So if I press the escape key and now I show you the 8 number slide, then you can see that on the 8 number slide the third item has been added to the favorite. Just the color has been changed and nothing else has been done. And then we can see slide number 12 where the color of second and third heart has been changed to the red. So that is how I have hyperlinked these slides together, and I hope this tutorial will be helpful to you and you might have learned something new. So let me know by liking, sharing and commenting on this video, and do subscribe to my channel for more upcoming tutorial videos. Don't forget to enable the notifications. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye and take care.